and welcome back to Bella Luna Soapery. So if you're new here, you may not know, but this is my first time recording a video as Bella Luna Soapery. My channel up until this point was called The Oily Life, but as the new year is coming, it was just time for a change. I'm doing a little rebranding, but I think it's going to be a really good change, and it's going to be a fresh start for me and a fresh start for my business. And yeah, just switching it up a little bit. But it's something I've been thinking about for a long time. I think it'll be a really good change for my business. A lot of people didn't really seem to understand what the oily life was. To me, the oily life was an essential oil-based lifestyle, a more natural lifestyle, but you know, that's not something that everyone was really in tune with. I'm still going to be carrying the same products. I'm still going to be sending my soaps with essential oils and using natural ingredients wherever I can. But I think the name shift will go a long way into helping me grow my business and it becoming a more recognizable soap brand, bath and body brand. So if you're wondering where the name Bella Luna came from, I have a golden doodle named Luna. She is my joy. She is my beautiful girl, and you know, I just combined my love of my fur baby with my love of soap and bath and body products, and that is where I came up with Bella Luna. I think it has a nice ring to it, if I do say so myself. But thank you for being here. Today I'm going to take you along with me as I make a soap I've never made before with a recipe I've never used before. I'm doing a pine tar soap, so it's kind of a take on one of Dr. Squatch's soap. It uses pine tar, colloidal oatmeal, and pumice stone in it. So it is an exfoliating bar, and the pine tar has some great skin benefits as well. It's colored with activated charcoal, which that's great to have in your bath and body products as well, as activated charcoal is really good at cleansing and just helping with oil absorption, which, as we all know, we can't make any of those claims in our soap. But if you look up activated charcoal and soap and its skin benefits, that's what you would see. We're also going to be sending it with a juniper and eucalyptus essential oil blend. So I hope you enjoy seeing how I make this soap, and let's go get to it. All right, my friends. So today we are doing a kind of Dr. Squatch inspired, or I've seen some other brands that have it too. We're doing a pine tar soap. So this is typically marketed as a men's soap. From what I've seen online, it could definitely be used by both men and women, but most of the time it's marketed more towards men. It is also an exfoliating soap because there will be colloidal oats as well as pumice in it. And then I'm going to be using activated charcoal as my colorant, which, you know, activated charcoal also has some great cleansing properties as far as its ability to absorb oil and things like that. So that is what we're doing. I have never made a pine tar soap before, so we'll see how it turns out. I know they can tend to set up quickly, so you kind of got to be ready for that. I wouldn't plan any sort of like complicated design, but yeah. And that is what we're going to go with, and I'm going to send it with a juniper and eucalyptus essential oil blend, and I think it'll turn out great. So one thing you do have to know with pine tar is it does react differently with lye, so you do want to include your pine tar in your calculation on soap calc. Because it can change the amount of lye that you need for your recipe. So that's just something to keep in mind. So to my oils here, what we're going to do first is go ahead and get the colloidal oats put in, as well as our essential oils. And then we're just going to give that a quick blend with the stick blender. And I'm doing that because I'm going to pour a little bit of this off so that we can try to have at least two colors in the soap. And the pine tar will darken things up. All right, now that I have that incorporated, I'm gonna go ahead and pour in my lye water. I do have sodium lactate in here as well. And then give it another just kind of quick blend. All right, now I'm just gonna stir this up a little more by hand. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pour a little bit off for our uncolored portion. Which I will need to blend this more because it's not really at a trace yet. All right, I think that'll be good there. Set that off to the side. And then in here, I have my activated charcoal, and then underneath that, I have some pumice for a little additional exfoliation. So we're gonna get that in. I'm just gonna stir that a little bit like this first, so I don't have activated charcoal going up in my face. Been there, done that. To this, I am also going to go ahead and add in my pine tar, and you can see by the color there, it is gonna affect the overall color of the soap. And we're gonna kind of just see how quickly this thickens up on us. Get the sides scraped down really good. It'll be interesting to see what color this ends up being. But I want to make sure we get the activated charcoal and the pine tar worked in there without speeding this up too much. All right, and then I'm just going to whisk our clear portion here a little bit. Make sure it all comes together there for us. All right, and this is getting real thick. I was gonna try to do an in the pot swirl, but that will not be happening. Okay, let's get our mold. All right, and we definitely need to start getting this in here. Kind of wish I'd used my wider mold, since I'm having to plop this in a little bit. Then we'll do a little bit of that right there to kind of fill in some of our holes. And I, of course, missed the mold, as one does when you're trying to rush. But that will be okay. I knew this one might end up being more of a plop. Every video I've watched, almost, it seems like people either they just do one color, or, you know, something pretty simple, because it does seem to thicken everything up. So I did bang this down within an inch of its life, and now I'm just going to texture the top. If I still have the time to do that. Yep, that looks good there. So we're just going to do a little bit of texture there. I don't really like that so far, so we're just going to kind of play with it for a minute and see what we end up with. I think we might just do some kind of rough swoops. All right, and we are going to call that good there. I'm just going to spritz the top with some rubbing alcohol, let it set up for 24 hours, and then we'll come back and cut. Alright, so I'm not sure if I got the cut of the first 2 bars because my camera randomly turned off, but I'll go ahead and show you what they look like here. So this soap set up super fast. It was ready to unmold within like 12 hours. It was pretty hard at that point. I still let it go 24 just to make it super easy, but it was completely hard last night after I had made it. And overall, it turned out great. Now, with it setting up that fast, I couldn't do anything really complicated for the design, but I think the 2 colors actually look really nice. And you definitely get that pine smell from the tar, and then a little bit of the eucalyptus, and then you get the juniper as well. Super cute. See, that has an air pocket there. I'll have to go and fill that. But yeah, the air pockets weren't too terribly bad, at least on the outside. I guess we'll see what they look like on the inside, because I definitely had to plop it into the mold. The white was pretty pourable, but the part with the pine tar in it was not pourable. I did have to scoop it in. So I just realized, which not too big of a deal, but since I changed my business name, that means I am going to be redesigning a whole lot of labels. And if you're anything like me, if you're a small business owner and you're anything like me, the labels are the hardest part for me. It's just, you know, I'm self-taught, so not something I'm necessarily amazing at designing. I do pretty good, but you know, there's definitely people that do better, but it's just not my favorite. I'm not great at straight lines, so lining up things to label them is always a struggle bus moment for me. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of labels. But that being said, I mean, I think the new business name is going to be really good. This year was a weird year for me in general. I had a lot of stuff going on in my personal life. And then, you know, we had moved and I lost a family member at the end of the year, right after Thanksgiving. So it's been a rough year. And I just wanted a change just in my life in general, and I thought it'd be a good time to rebrand my business as well. So I just went for it, and I think it'll be a good change. The oily life meant something to me, but it didn't necessarily mean something to other people. So I think having Soapery in the name's going to be a good change for my business. But yeah, I'll definitely be using this recipe again. I'll try to see if I can get it not to set up quite so fast to avoid the air bubbles, but overall I'm super happy with the soap. So I hope you enjoyed today's video and coming along with me as I made my first batch of pine tar soap. Overall, I think it turned out really well. Of course, there's always some things you can tweak for the next time, but I think it's a really good recipe and one that I'll make again with maybe just some design modifications. So thank you so much again for being here and starting the new year out with me as I'm under a new business name and supporting me here on my YouTube channel. Take care, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.